swing it. It's a ball, fly ball. Home run!
3, 2, 1. With the NHL in lockdown mode,
MLB in playoffs, which means
playoffs mode,
not a lot of games.
I'm still modes. I love the mode.
The NFL's in their regular mode, which is weekends and Thursdays and Mondays.
CFL mode is doing whenever the rock they're on. I don't even know when they're on. Weekends. Days that Canadians are off on holidays.
Major League Soccer is winding down, but primarily a weekend sport as well.
Yeah.
And cricket is...
you know what's on, though?
What's that? NASCAR? No.
Team Canada Junior repeats.
Baseball?
No, hockey. Juniors.
Forgot about that
repeated.
Sport.
From 2009.
Oh, 9.
That's wonderful.
I think Phil Esposito was on that team.
Yeah, probably. All right, listen. What I really want to touch on is the Raptors. No one really wants to hear about our stupidness in terms of what's not on.
I liked it.
After the first game, we had Real Madrid took it to us a little harder than people probably would have assumed. But the Raptors did pull it off. DeRozan had a pretty good game. Lucas had a good game. A lot of people seem to have liked Terrence Ross in his first game.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that kid.
Heading into tonight, the Raptors, we will be playing the Detroit Pistons, and as of last word, your man Quincy Ace is going to see a few more minutes, and Jonas Valanciunas is going to play his first game for the Toronto Raptors. He's going to play about 8 to 10 minutes this evening.
Awesome, because that kid's been out with a calf injury, right?
Been out with a calf injury, and they want to make sure he's okay. They don't want to overplay him.
Well,
playing 8 to 10 minutes might be reasonable enough. That's almost a quarter. So
there's a tiny history on this team the last 2 years with calf injuries, right?
With big men with calf injuries. But listen, the first game went okay. There's nothing really going on about it. But without Lowry in the lineup, and there's not really much talk about why he's been out of the lineup. I mean, other than his leg being hurting. I think you have to look at that as maybe a little bit of concern. I mean, Calderon is good, but there was a big push to say that Lowry's coming in the lineup and that's going to look good. And then the other acquisition was Valanciunas that they were happy about, and Valanciunas returns this evening. So I think a lot of people are very excited to see him play.
Well, I agree. I mean, he is. Now I've been listening to you since he was drafted, and this is the guy they've been waiting for. They've needed a big man to play off of Bargnani to get Bargnani out underneath the post. Underneath the basket. Yeah, I mean, Bargnani can still play underneath the basket, but the nice part is Valanciunas is going to give you energy, guys, going to give you some rebounds, going to give you some block shots, good defense, and get you the garbage pick and roll sort of points that a big man should get. I mean, Bargnani is not a stereotypical big man. I think that's where the issue comes for a lot of people in this area, is that they just anticipate Bargnani is supposed to be like this guy who's a stereotypical Shaq or under the basket guy. He's not. Anybody who watches this team over the last couple of years knows he's not a banger. He's not going to run. He just doesn't do it. He's a shooter. And to me, I'm amazed at that. And you bring that up. There have been people, you listen to some of the radio phone-in shows, and they complain about how he doesn't get dirty under the hoops, under the boards, whatever you want to call it. And I wish people would just give up on that with him. Like, get over it. He doesn't do that. He's not going to muck it up.
Well, I think the problem, what I see is that a lot of people in this area like their muckers, like their grinders.
Yes.
And because he doesn't sit under that stereotypical, I like my mucker, I like my grinder type player, that's where they get sort of hooked on him and say, hey, he doesn't fit my style that I like to see. Now, I'm not suggesting that he's been great the whole 7 years that he's been a Raptor, but I'll tell you right now, he's turning into a player that is surrounded by the right players, can be a great piece. I'm not suggesting he might be your number one piece, but he would be certainly a great piece to have on your team. I'm sure any other team in the league would love to have him right now.
Well, I think a lot of teams would love to have a 7-footer that can shoot. I mean, if you've got a big, I mean, not that he would. I can't imagine where he would fit in the Lakers, really. But I mean, if you've got a big man that will go underneath the hoop, and you've got another big man that can shoot the ball as well as he does, that's all he's supposed to do. Like, all he needs to do, no pressure other than shoot. That'd be great to have, because you can, whenever there is a rebound and blah blah, starts in front of the hoop, you can just knock it back out to him. He's going to come up with the most.
Well, you got to also remember, like, Bargnani's shooting, and let's say Valanciunas is underneath the net. Bargnani's bringing out that power forward. So really, Valanciunas, all he has to worry about is the other opposing centerman.
Yeah.
And how many centermen in the league are that good? I mean, there's a very few number of people. So I think that actually makes for Valanciunas to be even more dangerous.
Yeah.
So I think Valanciunas makes Bargnani better, and I think Bargnani is going to make Valanciunas a better player.
Right. So they should be hand in hand, holding hands under the hoop.
They're going to be doing the merry-go-round with one another.
A merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a reference I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah. They love one another now.
Really?
They're in bed. Well, I don't know if they're technically in bed. That might be
That's a bad rumor, yeah.
That
wasn't started by us. That was
they're
somebody
European.
else.
They love the people there.
They're more friendly.
I don't even know what accent
They're more
that
friendly
is.
there.
They're more friendly. They're more friendly bases.
Yes. There's more wars in Europe. But
More friendly based community
yes.
than us.
Than Oshawa.
Well, I'm not from Oshawa. You're from.
I'm from Oshawa. Sorry about Oshawa, but you know who you are. Anyway, back to the Raptors.
Or Windsor.
Or what?
Windsor?
Windsor? Hamilton?
Okay, now we're just bashing Ontario cities. Listen,
Go Ajax.
Raptors are on tonight. We'll keep you updated on how they progress, what Lowry's doing. Lowry doesn't seem to be talking to the media right now, so there isn't much of an update on him. Valanciunas should play 8 to 10 minutes tonight. Next week we'll be up to date on how he did, where the Raptors have progressed throughout their practices and their next sort of preseason games.
Stretch. Yeah.
Stay with us, guys. We will be on top of the Raptors like a fat kid on Smarties.
Wow. That kid gets a lot of play on those Smarties.